What do you plan on talking about with the president?
Well, yeah, I'm asking to be named the Pope of Greenland.
Do you have a specific
No, I'm
ask?
just having a I mean, like, this is going to be the president. And I am not just the senator for Democrats in Pennsylvania. I'm the senator for everyone in Pennsylvania. And my state picked Donald Trump as president. And if I have the opportunity to have that conversation, and I bet we're going to find things to work together for a better Pennsylvania and a better nation, and that's why I'm engaging in this.
That about the J6 people too, though, right? That's what they're going to say on the other side. That is.
No,
also...
I'm not referring to that. I'm talking about the New York trial, and now the Democrats on our side there were some that were gleeful, calling it like now he's a convicted felon and those things, and now for our party we were talking about criminal justice, and we are now talking about second chances, and now all of a sudden now you're like, well, he's a convicted felon and all these things. And now clearly, again, both of those trials, the Hunter Biden one and the trial in New York for Trump, that was politically motivated, and those kinds of charges would have never been brought unless one side could realize that they could weaponize that.
This legal battle could redefine political media forever. And it all started with a secret Disney strategy to derail John Fetterman's rising influence. Buried in court documents is a March 2024 email chain between ABC executives discussing a plan codenamed Project Blue Collar, aimed at undermining Fetterman's appeal to working-class voters. The emails reveal producers feared his authenticity, symbolized by his signature Carhartt hoodies and blunt rhetoric, would disrupt the Democratic Party's coastal elite image ahead of the 2028 election. One executive wrote, "He's Bernie too, but with tattoos. We need to contain him." The plot thickened when Fetterman's legal team subpoenaed Disney's servers, uncovering focus group data showing Pennsylvania voters trusted him more than any sitting senator. Anonymous insiders claim the View's writers were instructed to frame Fetterman as unstable by referencing his 2022 stroke recovery. Meanwhile, conspiracy forums allege Disney CEO Bob Iger collaborated with pharmaceutical lobbyists to protect Kamala Harris's political future. The lawsuit now includes a leaked voicemail of a producer stating, "Make sure Hostin mentions his health. It's the only weakness. It's a calculated takedown." What viewers didn't see during that fateful April 3rd episode could send Sunny Hostin to federal court. Behind the scenes, producers altered Fetterman's earpiece feed, creating a delayed audio loop that made him appear disoriented during Hostin's remarks. The senator's legal team obtained backstage footage showing a production assistant whispering, "But call him like Hostin. Keep the delay active. It's working." Hostin's on-air accusation that Fetterman exploited his depression to avoid accountability was allegedly sourced from a Pfizer-funded think tank, which provided talking points linking Fetterman to anti-vaccine rhetoric. Reddit investigators traced these points to Aaron Rodgers' media team, who reportedly shared opposition research with The View to discredit populist figures. During the commercial break, Fetterman confronted Hostin, stating, "You're reading a script, not the news." A mic caught Hostin replying, "This is show business, Senator." The incident escalated when Fetterman's team leaked internal ABC memos titled Liability Protocols for Live Defamation, detailing how producers evade legal consequences. This wasn't debate. It was orchestrated sabotage. Fetterman's lawsuit hinges on a chilling discovery. The View used artificial intelligence to manipulate footage and fabricate evidence. Disney's proprietary software, DeepLibel, analyzed thousands of Fetterman's speeches to generate synthetic audio of him admitting to unethical conduct. These clips were anonymously posted on fringe platforms, then cited by Hostin as proof of his instability. Legal experts compare this to the 2017 Pizzagate disinformation campaign, noting Disney's use of AI constitutes premeditated defamation. The lawsuit also references a 2023 FTC ruling against ABC for using similar tactics against a GOP governor. Fetterman's team subpoenaed a former Disney IT specialist who testified that producers paid $500,000 to a cybersecurity firm to bury digital trails. Meanwhile, conspiracy theorists allege Hostin's team collaborated with the same hackers who targeted the 2016 DNC emails. If proven, Disney could face RICO charges, a precedent that would upend media law. As one constitutional scholar noted, this case isn't about words, it's about weaponized technology. Long before targeting Fetterman, Sunny Hostin's clashes with Aaron Rodgers laid the groundwork for this scandal. In 2021, Hostin accused Rodgers of endangering lives by questioning vaccine mandates, prompting the NFL star to label her a pharmaceutical puppet. Leaked Slack messages reveal Hostin's husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, received $2,100,000 from Pfizer in 2-2 for vaccine education seminars at his orthopedic clinic. Fetterman's legal team alleges this financial tie influenced Hostin's on-air rhetoric, citing a 2024 segment where she linked vaccine skeptics to anti-government extremism. The lawsuit further claims ABC producers directed Hostin to mirror Pfizer's messaging on public health. Conspiracy forums erupted when a whistleblower leaked documents showing Dr. Hostin's clinic participated in a controversial 2022 pediatric vaccine trial, a fact omitted from his disclosures. Rodgers, now advising Fetterman, stated on Pat McAfee's show, "Follow the money, it always leads back to Big Pharma." This intersection of media and medicine could redefine conflict of interest laws. Disney's internal NarrativeDriver AI software is the smoking gun in Fetterman's lawsuit. This system, designed to maximize ratings, generated 83% of Hostin's anti-Fetterman remarks by analyzing social media engagement patterns. The AI specifically recommended phrases like stroke-induced incompetence and working-class cosplay to provoke viral moments. Engineers testified that the algorithm was trained on data from Cambridge Analytica's 2016 election interference campaigns. Even more damning, producers used E-style scripting techniques, labeling Fetterman the heel in The View's political theater. A former wrestling writer hired by ABC admitted, "We storyboarded Hostin's attacks like a championship match." Financial records show Disney deducted these segments as entertainment expenses, saving $4,700,000 in taxes, a detail that triggered an IRS audit. Meanwhile, tech watchdogs uncovered ties between NarrativeDriver and a Pentagon fund propaganda project, raising questions about government media collusion. This isn't journalism, it's algorithmic manipulation. Fetterman's retaliation blended old school politics and digital warfare. His team partnered with Aaron Rodgers' media strategist Mia Kowalski to leak 200 Disney emails to independent journalists. One email revealed ABC's legal team discussing Fetterman's mental health. His depression diagnosis makes him vulnerable. Exclude it. Rodgers amplified the leaks on his podcast, urging listeners to boycott Disney's lies. Fetterman then released a video montage of Hostin's past contradictions, including her 2019 praise for his authenticity. The knockout punch? A 2024 FDA audit report listing Dr. Hostin's clinic for ethical violations during drug trials. Pfizer's stock dropped 14% within hours, erasing $9 billion in value. Conspiracy theorists posit that Fetterman and Rodgers orchestrated this to promote a free speech media network, backed by Elon Musk. While unproven, the collaboration has already shifted public perception, with 62% of voters in a recent poll siding with Fetterman. As he tweeted, "Sunny picked a fight with the wrong guy." The fallout from this lawsuit has cratered public trust in media, with a Pew Research study showing only 29% of Americans now trust network news. Fetterman's legal team exposed how Disney manipulated Pew's 2023 trust survey by funding a media literacy initiative that skewed questions. Leaked Zoom calls show CNN executives panicking. If they did this to Fetterman, we're next. Meanwhile, Rodgers' Free Speech Alliance is recruiting ousted journalists to launch a competitor to ABC, promising unfiltered truth. Conspiracy theorists allege the alliance is bankrolled by libertarian tech billionaires, aiming to dismantle legacy media. Academic analysts warn this could create a hyper-partisan media ecosystem, citing parallels to state-run networks abroad. The lawsuit has even impacted global markets, with European regulators probing Disney's compliance with AI ethics laws. This isn't a scandal. It's a systemic collapse. Disney's stock plummeted 15% in 3 days as Fetterman's lawsuit exposed systemic financial misconduct. The View's advertisers, including Walmart, Target, and Pfizer, fled after leaked emails revealed ABC executives mocking their customers as gullible sheep. Internal budget reports show Disney classified Hostin's segments as charitable programming to claim $6,200,000 in tax deductions. The IRS has since frozen ABC's assets, seizing $220 million in disputed funds. Meanwhile, 4chan users doxed Disney's CFO, uncovering offshore accounts in the Cayman Islands tied to a shell company named Viewpoint Media LLC. The SEC is now investigating potential securities fraud, with penalties that could exceed $2 billion. Retail investors have filed a class action lawsuit alleging Disney knowingly misled shareholders about The View's legal risks. As financial analyst Jim Cramer noted, this isn't a dip. It's an extinction-level event for Disney. Conspiracy theories surrounding this case range from plausible to surreal. Libertarian forums claim Fetterman and Rodgers are pawns in a Koch brothers scheme to deregulate media. QAnon affiliates allege Disney's board includes former intelligence operatives who scripted The View's narratives to destabilize America. Mainstream analysts propose a simpler motive. Disney sought to eliminate Fetterman as a 2028 primary threat to Kamala Harris. Evidence includes a 2023 Democratic donor memo labeling Fetterman a loose cannon. Meanwhile, leaked ABC casting calls suggest plans to replace Hostin with a bipartisan conservative to counterbalance criticism. The wildest theory? Reddit users claim a Disney whistleblower is hiding in an underground bunker with Epstein's flight logs. While unverified, these narratives reflect deepening public skepticism toward institutional power. Fetterman's proposed Media Accountability Act could revolutionize journalism, for better or worse. The 1,400-page bill, leaked to The Intercept, mandates real-time fact-checking for live broadcasts, bans AI-generated content, and imposes felony charges for malicious defamation. Critics argue it threatens free speech, while supporters hail it as a check on corporate media. The bill's most controversial provision allows plaintiffs to seize assets from networks found guilty of defamation, a rule Disney claims targets them specifically. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers' Free Speech Alliance is drafting a rival bill to abolish the FCC and privatize airwaves. Legal scholars warn both proposals could create a Wild West media landscape. As the battle escalates, European regulators are citing the case to justify stricter AI laws. This isn't just about Fetterman or The View, it's a global reckoning with truth and power.